the administrative committee meeting at 6:06 p.m. 1.1 call to order. Agenda item number 2.1, review and discussion of 2020-2021.
Let her know that we have a public comment.
Do we have a public comment? No, we
I'm
don't.
sorry, Mr. Chair. Yes, we do have a public comment for administration. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have Mr. Torres go ahead and read it right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Public comment 1.2. Okay.
As it pertains to this committee agenda, we have one public comment. It's regarding agenda item 2.2, review and discussion of revisions to the 2020-2021 compensation plan. The public comment was submitted by Ms. Mary Maney, and it reads as follows. My question is with regard to the proposed stipend for student attendance incentive. What is going to be the basis of this stipend? Is it going to be based on attendance improvement or actual attendance percentage? Attendance in remote learning is not the same as regular attendance. As a teacher, I can influence attendance with mass communication, but this is not necessarily going to positively affect their grades, as this is not going to necessarily get them to turn in quality work. I appreciate your time and consideration. And that concludes Ms. Maney's public comment.
Okay. Thank you. Item number 2, agenda items 2.1, review and discussion of 2020-2021 San Benito CASD organizational chart.
Good evening, everyone. We are making revisions or asking to make revisions to the organization chart for the 2020-2021 school year. These revisions include the removal of the migrant director position. Those duties will be reassigned to staff already on board. And then the assignment of maintenance department director will be under the superintendent of schools as opposed to the assistant superintendent of finance and operations. And this is an agenda item.
Agenda item? Okay. 2.2, review and discussion of revisions to the 2020-2021 compensation plan.
Yes, we're requesting to make revisions to the compensation plan to align with changes to the organization chart. We have on page 3, the deletion of the migrant director position. On page 10, the addition of the teacher stipend for student attendance incentive. Every year we offer attendance incentives to our campuses to reward them for maintaining and keeping up the attendance rate of their schools. So this year's no different. We are proposing a plan that will include a 1% increase from last year's 6 weeks attendance rates. If the campuses meet those rates, then they will be rewarded. The principals have opted to divide the reward between the Primart, which are rewards that are already bought for our district, and they can select rewards from that mart. Then an additional amount will be used at their discretion for stickers, pencils, parties for the students. And then the principals wanted to use a portion of the reward to go for teachers. And each principal will have the option to utilize that at their discretion. It may be raffled off. It will be paid out by 6 weeks to either a teacher or teachers. And that's 10% of the 6 weeks award.
Agenda item?
Dr. Cruz, real quick, Emil, in reference to everything, I agree on it as far as the stipend for the teacher or particular principal teacher. I disagree. I disagree that the campus did the awesome job. So it should be whatever is left over, 10%, it should go across the board. Because I've been around, I'll be honest, where people start selecting certain kids, and I see it, but I'm my own business. And this particular teacher gets rewarded for having the best kids. But how about the teacher that has not necessarily the worst kids, but not the best kids, but she's doing her best work to teach those kids. That's the teacher I want to reward too. Okay. So my thing is they should be rewarded across the board. I don't want it to be selected by principal because sometimes we as a human do the human error and select whoever we like. So that's my opinion.
Yes, the way that the division of the rewards will work is more people will get rewarded for this attendance award. And so there will be a portion that will be utilized for prizes, another portion where more students can be rewarded, and then this 10% that could go to the teachers' classrooms that qualify for this portion. And then, it could be raffled off, for several teachers or just for one teacher, but we will definitely take back your concerns, Mr. Rosa. I completely understand. We may end up
I'm talking like
changing.
this, like we're talking about like the special kids, 519, or those kids. The teacher does an effort. It's unfortunately, she's got to deal with what she's got. So we got to look at all the teachers.
Yes, sir.
So let me just give some of the math behind this so that we can kind of understand what we're talking about. If a campus increases by 0.5% from the previous year's 6 weeks, corresponding 6 weeks, they get $2.50 per student. If they increase by 1%, they get $5 per student. So some of our larger elementaries have 500 kids, they get $5. If they increase 1%, that's $2,500. That is $250. If they have 30 teachers on campus, if we divide that equally, they're each going to get about $8. So that's why we talked about either drawing out for one person or maybe splitting it in half for two. Otherwise, it's going to make that amount very, very small for all the teachers. And we wanted 90% to go to the kids. That's why the majority going to the students. So that's why it's, as we've been discussing, if we divide it out equally, which we can do, it's going to amount to much.
Okay.
Agenda item. Okay. Item 2.3, review and discussion of update the Texas Teachers Evaluation and Support System TTAS appraisal list for the 2020-2021 school year.
Thank you. We're updating this list to include our new principal. He would be on the list of approved appraisers for the school district.
Agenda item. Okay. Item 3.1, committee concerns. Thank you.
Yeah, I have one committee concern. On item 2.1, we need I would need if I could get a copy of names of the department heads, because we only, we have all the departments, but we don't know who is in charge, the names, because I know
Okay.
sometimes, they're changed around and here and there, but because sometimes they'll call me and they'll say a name, but then, well, what department is he from or she's from? And it'll be
Okay.
easier for us to get a copy of the list of the department and the department head and their phone number.
Yes, and I agree with you, Ms. Weaver. I
Right.
agree with you.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Carmen,
Yes.
can you get that to us? Dr. Carmen?
We can do so. We'll just edit the organizational chart for the board, we'll put names and phone and departmental phone numbers on it. And we'll
Okay.
send that. That's no problem.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you
thank
so
you, Ms.
much.
Weaver.
Hey,
Yes.
Ms. G, Ms. Garcia, I have a comment. I want to thank everybody. I know it's been extremely difficult, Doc, to balance all this out and move things around as far as the organizational chart and as far as, this whole compensation situation is going around. But, I just want to, in my opinion, I just want to make sure that our staff understands and really knows that we will do everything we can to continue to appreciate them in every way we can. And like we have in the past. I really appreciate what Mr. Rosas has to say. Everybody plays a key role. And that's why this board does what it does to make sure that we're fiscally responsible and make sure that we take care of, our staff. And I just want to put that out there, Ms. Cruz, I say, because I know it's a very difficult task sometimes to balance all this out. And I just want to thank everybody for that. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for your generosity.
Thank you. Okay, is that it? No more? So it's adjournment at 6:16. Thank you.